Kayok, how are you? I said I was going to post this video because I want to give you some updates to let you know about the new channel. So there are going to be two channels. This channel, okay, because I already said I'm not going to get rid of the channel, and then the new one. So you're going to now have two channels to subscribe to. On the new channel, we are still going to be discussing biblical topics. But there's a nice little surprise in there for you because I'm going to present that information to you from an Aboriginal perspective, okay? I am indigenous to the Americas, so is my family, both of my parents and their families on both sides. And so the way that we do things, our customs have always been very different from the Caucasians who invaded us. And our customs and the way we think are still very different. We, as Aboriginal people, as indigenous people, as Indians, we've learned from nature, and we still learn from nature, but we learned a long time ago that you cannot destroy your home and still expect to have a roof over your head. Okay? So we're going to be talking about their destruction of our home, our earth, because the only species that would destroy a home base is a species that is not endemic to it. And it's not naturally occurring in that environment. So when you start behaving like a cancer on the planet, it's by your actions that you're proving you're not from here. And this earth cannot sustain your presence. We're going to begin our discussion with Genesis. We're going to be discussing the ales of the eons. You also call them the aliens. But eons means a long, long, long time. We'll discuss what ale means in my language, my people's tongue. Okay? So that you can understand all of the horror that is happening on this earth and who's responsible in the cause. So like I said, there are going to be two channels. This one is going to stay. I'll be posting different types of videos to this one. And then we will really tackle the real Bible, beginning with Genesis. And we're going to begin with the ales of the eons. In the text, you may not know this, so I will let you know that these entities who you erroneously refer to as angels and all of these, that's because it's a foreign tongue you're using, but we're going to use another foreign word that you're familiar with, and that word is uncle, because they are called our uncles in those same texts. Okay, you call them the fallen, you call them, the fallen angels, the Satan, they who went in the opposite direction. Okay, they who did the opposite, they are called the Satan, because that's really what the word means. And I've explained that the term Satan is not a name. Okay, it's not a personal name, it's not a proper noun. In our language, it's used as an adjective and as a verb. So they're called the Satan. But in our writings, you would be surprised to discover they're also called our uncles. Ada and his wife, Amma. Their names are put together. Well, Ada is really not a personal noun either, but their names are put together in the Bible as Adam. And that was done deliberately. Ada and his wife, Amma. The so-called angels, and I'm going to stress it is incorrect to refer to them as angels, but they are called our uncles, which would make them the brothers, the siblings, the elder siblings of Ada and his wife Amma. And in the book of Genesis, what we're going to go through and you're going to learn is one of the first ones to covet his brother's wife was Aten, one of the Aten, okay, one of our uncles. And so when you have these different laws, thou shalt not covet thy brother's wife. Well, that's because it was done in Genesis. It goes back to the origin. So we're going to be talking about all of that, what you can't see in the Bible, what I can see, and share that information with you so that you will no longer be deceived. Okay, we're going to be talking a lot about the Bible and sharing some other things with you too. You're going to be learning how to read differently because I'm going to show you. And we covered this also in the anthology, so we'll go over it a little bit again as well. We won't go in depth because I've already said that I do not teach my language. But we're going to work with what's already in the text. You do not need religion. Religion needs you. The uncles, the cloners, because, you can call them that too. If you don't realize that the word clone is in the word uncle. Okay? So remember I said you're going to learn how to think differently. The cloners, because that's what they are, and that's what they're described as in the text. The cloners are very good at deceiving and manipulating, and they are very much about control. They're control freaks. All right, so we're talking about them. We already discussed them in brief when we talked about Enoch and how it's written in there that they were sent here to destroy certain groups, certain tribes, or certain races who were put here, were not supposed to be put here because of their behavior and because of their activity on the earth and because they are still destroying it. But they reasoned wrongly that since they're already put on a hit list, that, they weren't going to kill them. They'll just keep them alive. We're going to breed them, let them have kids, and we'll take their kids, their little ones, and do whatever we want to with them. It talks about that in Genesis. At the very beginning. And then it talks about the fact that their motive for coming here was to take this present, because in the writings it says that Ada, being one of the babies of creation, and his wife, they were considered younglings, because the elves of the eons have been around for eons of time. Highly intelligent species, and very tall. But this earth, a very humble jewel, was presented to them being the babies, as a present. And Ada and his wife were designated the rulers and owners, the kings and queens of this jewel, this earth. And so the cloners, the evil, perverted uncles, decided after they fought a war, they had a disagreement, with the other family members out there. We are part of a galactic family. They had a disagreement with them. They lost. They got their behinds kicked out. They lost their positions. And they decided, we're going to go down to the earth. And we're going to take it. So we'll be talking about that. And I hope to have the first video posted by this weekend, Saturday. I'm really going to aim for Friday, but we'll say Saturday. And I hope you enjoy it, okay? So look for that. But I just wanted to let you know what the new channel will be about. After this, I'm going to post a video and share with you what happened to me when I got sick last year. I caught whatever the heck that is they've released, something, they created in a laboratory. But I got sick last January, and I'll share with you, my experience with it. Okay, so again, I don't believe the virus is fake. I got sick, and it was not the flu. I've had the flu more than once in my lifetime. I know the symptoms of the flu. That wasn't the flu. So after this video, I'll upload the next one, and I'll talk to you about my experience when I got sick. I won't go into too much detail of what I used, to heal myself and beat it, because I want to make sure those remedies are still available for my people, my family and everything. But I will tell you that I beat it. Obviously, I'm still here making videos. So I'll post that after this. And then I'll post a video and share with you about my experience as a Jehovah's Witness, because I did say I was going to post that video a long time ago, remember? So I'm just trying to play catch up. I had not been able to upload. I had been blocked. My websites were taken down, and they claimed it was a mistake and oops, and I had to go in there and spend all that time to fix all that myself. And of course, it's a good thing I know how to build websites, right? And then I had some other things, happening in my, my personal life. Life doesn't stop. Those who want to harass you and intend to, they don't stop just because other things are happening in your life. So you have to contend with all of that. So look for the other videos to be posted after this one, and look for the new channel to be posted in a few days.